All right, so earlier today, all 32 NHL teams released Reverse Retro 2.0 uniforms. And these are designed to kind of represent maybe an era of uniform in the past and remix it with something from the present. And so the Sharks did a really interesting throwback to the Golden Seals era of Bay Area hockey. And I'm going to make a video ranking all 32 of these jerseys, but of course, the Sharks being, my favorite team, I love the Sharks branding and uniforms. I am going to talk in detail about these Sharks Reverse Retro 2.0 jerseys. And so, yeah, the Sharks did something a lot different than other teams did. They really thought outside the box. While other teams, took past uniforms from, their history and, like I said, maybe switched up the colors a bit, switched up the logo, the Sharks straight up, referenced a defunct team from the Bay Area, the Golden Seals. So the Sharks did a throwback to the 1974-75 Golden Seals team. And they chose that one in particular because, of course, like this jersey is green and gold, and the Seals kind of had two different eras of uniform. They had a green and gold era, and they had a teal and gold era. They weren't in the Bay Area long, but they still had enough time there to have, a couple different styles of uniform. And so the color of the uniform, I guess the Sharks have a white base, and the uniform, of course, has sharks across the chest in like this font, of course, a little bit different because it says Sharks and not Seals. And that's basically the only difference between what the Sharks did and what the Seals had back in the day. Of course, it's this colorway, sort of teal and yellow. It's the first Sharks uniform that references yellow on it. Of course, that's very much not very a Sharks color, but of course, being a Seals color, that's kind of the way it is. I mean, the Seals' history was interesting. Of course, they left the Bay Area in the 70s, moved to Cleveland, eventually merged with the Minnesota North Stars and sort of perished. And so a lot of their history has sort of been kind of referenced with the Dallas Stars currently, but the Stars in general. And so I feel like for the Sharks to do this, it's definitely really exciting. And I'm hoping to see more Seals throwbacks in the future. And this is the first time the Sharks have done a Seals throwback. And so that's really cool as well. In terms of the details on the jersey, yeah, it's a lot simpler than the other ones. I think this is one of the better Reverse Retro 2.0s. I don't think it's probably the best one, but, it's definitely up there. I like the striping at the bottom of the jersey. Of course, you have the teal and yellow stripe. The striping is actually a little bit different than the Seals original striping. They switched the gold and teal to be the opposite of each other, and then the striping on the shoulders is really nice as well. But overall, just a sharp jersey. And I think a lot of people are wondering, are the Sharks going to wear white skates and white gloves, kind of like the actual Seals did back in the day? That should be interesting as well. We don't know yet. But I think for the Sharks, they did something different. I think, they basically took a jersey that already existed, and they took the term reverse retro in sort of a different way than other teams did. A lot of other teams interpret it as, okay, well, we'll take a jersey from our era and we'll flip up the colors. The Sharks took a jersey from Bay Area hockey history and they essentially slapped their name on it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I really like that idea, and the numbers are also going to be teal and with the gold outline. And so yeah, these are very nice jerseys. I like them a lot. Overall, I think, it would have been interesting maybe to see the Sharks do something a little bit different with the term reverse retro. Maybe instead of doing a word mark, because I find word mark jerseys being a little bit more boring than crest jerseys, but I feel like maybe they could have done their current logo on this jersey with, the Seals colors instead of, their normal colors. That could have been interesting, but yeah, the Sharks won't wear these for a little while. They're sort of hyping them up early, and then, they'll be able to buy them later. But yeah, these reference a team from, a while ago, almost 50 years ago. And, it's really interesting because the Sharks have obviously only been around for 30 and, some change years. So it's really interesting. I really like it. It combines, the Seals with that teal color, and I really like it. I want to get one. And so, yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts. I'll see you guys later. And yeah, go Sharks.